this is Beth with Midlands Vinyl. So today I am going to be showing you how to make a super easy baseball glitter tumbler. So this is a 30-ounce skinny. This is actually for an order. I spray painted it white with Rust-Oleum flat white primer. And I'm going to be using Ermahgerd from Peachy Olive Glitters. So this cup is going to be super simple. This is going to be a super quick tutorial, but this cup it can be used for either softball or baseball, and all we're going to be using is packing tape. This will give your cup a 3D effect as far as the stitching goes, and you can place it on the sides, no more worrying about weeding out vinyl. If you cannot find the packing tape, we also have clear cast baseball stitching on our website under midlandsvinyl.com, and you can look under the decal shop and you can find the baseball stitching. So I'm just going to start by applying Mod Podge to my cup. So I'm using a 1.5 inch flat brush. So I'm just going to slather this Mod Podge on. I typically don't get orders for 30-ounce tumblers, but I got two, so I figured I would show you guys how super simple this is. This is really good for sports seasons, or if you know a baseball mom or a baseball dad, softball. You could paint this, you could glitter this cup yellow, softball yellow, and use the stitches. So I'm just making sure that my cup is coated. We will do 2 coats. The cup is white, so you really don't have to do 2 coats, but I am a creature of habit, so I always make sure I do 2 coats of glitter. Alright, so I think this is pretty good. We're going to go ahead and apply this straight to the tumbler. I focus on the top of the cup and the bottom of the cup first, because that tends to dry the quickest for some reason, or it could just be me. I'm not sure. Probably a little bit of both. I'm actually going to just use my bag. I'm just going to tap this with the scissors to kind of knock off all that excess. Isn't that a gorgeous white? So pretty. So I'm just going to dump this back into my cup so I can get the bottom of my tumbler. Give it a good once over in case I missed any spots. And there you go. I'm going to let this dry, and then I'll come back and we'll apply our second coat. Hey guys, so we're back. Our first coat of glitter has dried. So now we're just going to reapply our Mod Podge. The second coat of Mod Podge doesn't dry as fast as the first coat, so you have a little more work time. just make sure you get the top edge of the cup really good. And now we're going to do the bottom. Just make sure that your Mod Podge doesn't have any streaks, because if it does, you will be able to see that underneath your glitter. So make sure that you don't have any, spots that are mounded up or globs of Mod Podge. You want it pretty smooth, or as smooth as you can get it. So now we're just going to apply our second coat of glitter. Again, you could have gotten away with just one coat because the cup was based white, but I always feel better if I know I have two coats. I don't know why, but I'm just weird like that. So I'm just going to tap it. Dump this back in my cup. And I'm going to get the bottom. And that is it. So we're going to let this dry, and then we'll move on to the epoxy step. Hey guys, so we're back to do the epoxy layer of our easy baseball stitching tumbler. This is a 30-ounce tumbler, and I want a really good flood coat. So I'm going to use CC DIY's Artist Resin. And I'm going to use 25 mLs of A and 25 mLs of B. Now, if I have a little bit left over, I can throw it in a mold or do whatever. But I want to make sure that I have a really, really good flood coat, which will mean less sanding for me. And I'm all about making a job easier, working smarter, not harder. So I'm just mixing up my epoxy, and I'm using the Artist Resin because this is a light colored cup. So as you can see, I have them both mixed in the same cup, and we're just going to stir it, zigzag it a little bit, stir it, make sure we get the sides, make sure we get the bottom, and make sure that this is mixed really, really good before we apply it to our cup. This is a 30-ounce skinny from Griffin Blanks. Make sure it's pushed up. And that, remember, that has 2 coats of glitter on it. I did not seal it just because it's a solid color. If you want to seal, you can. I don't. Do whatever you like. You don't have to do as I do. Okay, so I think that's mixed pretty good. I'm not worried about bubbles because I will hit those with my torch. So we're just going to start putting the epoxy on the cup. I don't typically work with 30-ounce tumblers, not the skinnies anyway. I do a lot of the 30 modern. So I just want to make sure that the tumbler is nice and coated. Then I'm going to get the bottom. I used every bit of what we put in the cup, so I didn't have any left over. So now I'm just going to run my finger down the cup and just get rid of any buildup or excess. Epoxy is self-leveling, so I'm not too worried about it. Just pay close attention to the bottom rim. That is it for this step. So we'll let this dry for about 6 to 8 hours. I will go ahead and hit it with the torch really quick, just to pop any bubbles that might be floating around or popping up. Just quick movements. I'm not staying in one spot for too long because you can burn the epoxy. And that's it. We'll let this spin and then we will come back. We'll do any sanding that needs to be done and we will begin to apply our stitching. Hey guys, so we are here to finish our easy baseball stitching tumbler. So here I have packing tape that I've ordered off Amazon that looks like baseball stitching. If you cannot find this tape, we do have the three-dimensional, it looks three-dimensional baseball stitching on our website on midlandsvinyl.com. It's under decal shop. So I wanted to show you how easy this is. If you hear some noise in the background, I've got the printers going, so I'm trying to talk over them. So you're just gonna pull what you need. Cut it. What I like to do is I like to lay my cup this way. Actually, no. I like to lay my cup this way where it's straight on the hammock. And I did leave a little for the end and the top so I can trim it. So I kind of line the point of the seam right there at the tip of the top. And then I just work it out. Get all the bubbles out as I go. And because this is packing tape, if you need to pull it up and start over, you can. So I had sanded this cup and I didn't want to put another coat of epoxy on it. Whenever you place something on your tumbler and your cup has been sanded, if it is see-through or transparent, you're going to be able to see your scratch marks underneath. So that's why I hit this with some Rust-Oleum 2X clear gloss sealer, so it shines the cup back up. So now all I'm gonna do is I'm going to take my X-Acto knife and I'm gonna trim the excess off the top. And I'm also going to go a little bit more inward, just because I don't want this tape to affect my seal. So where I have sanded my cup, there's a really thin stainless steel line. I'm going to trim my tape line according to that. And then I'm just going to pull away the excess. Like that. Okay, now I'm going to do the same thing on the bottom. Just like that. And there you have it. Once you put your epoxy on, this will shine right up. I am going to do the other side. So what I like to do is I like to use my lid, if I can find my lid, to my 30 ounce. And I do this just to make sure that the decal is placed even. So I take the mouthpiece of my tumbler and I line it up with the first stitch. Then I just flip it over, and now I know where to lay my second piece of tape. So I'm just going to measure it out. I'm going to cut it. I'll pop this lid off. Going to trim just like we did before. Trim the bottom. And that is it. You don't have to wait. You can go straight to epoxy. I would make sure that your edges are pushed down really good, so no epoxy seeps up underneath there. And there you have it. Baseball stitching, perfectly even on both sides. And now you can put your decal and you're good to go. Throw your final coat on there and that's it. So I just wanted to show you, you don't have to sit there with the vinyl. This gives a true, like a realistic, it just looks like these are just, looks like the laces are woven into the cup itself. So I hope you found this tutorial helpful. Again, if you cannot find the packing tape, we do have the clear cast baseball stitching on our website. Again, just go to midlandsvinyl.com and go under decal shop and you will see baseball stitching. And if you have any questions, just leave me a comment below. Make sure you hit that notification bell so you don't miss anything that we put out. And until next time, I will see you guys later. Bye, y'all.